to you live from Warehouse 23 on the waterfront of the Columbia River. High Five Media presents Hello Vancouver! With special guests, Project Transformation, Stacey Graham from the Humane Society for Southwest Washington, Stephanie Strickland from KGW, musical guest Opera Quest Northwest, and now, here's your host. She's waiting for her payout from Fox News, Temple Lens, everybody!
Hello again. So we are here with Kate Hobbie from Opera Quest Northwest. Let's give her a hand.
Thank you.
So I know that some of you are familiar with Opera Quest Northwest, but not all of you. So now you have the opportunity to learn more. So Kate, tell us just in general, what does Opera Quest Northwest do?
Well, I'm here just like Jean Hicks. Hi, Jean. To talk about kids and music and live music programs that we bring to the schools as well. Opera Quest is a small nonprofit, and for the last few years we've been bringing a live program called Opera the Great, which involves 5 professional young singers and myself as the whole orchestra. And we come to elementary schools throughout Clark County. This year we'll be visiting 20 schools.
Wow.
We've hit just about every school district, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. We bring this program, which is about opera. It's not an opera per se, but it has snippets from real opera music. It has typical opera characters. And it teaches the kids about opera in a very fun and interactive way.
Now we hear a lot about the importance of music to kids and to development, but can you talk a bit more about why is it important for kids to experience music and specifically opera in elementary school?
Well, I think first of all, it's just a part of a well-rounded education. But studies have shown that music participation really helps kids in many other ways as well. And it actually helps the brain development in surprising ways. It helps make more connections between left and right brain. It builds confidence in kids. It helps them learn to distinguish little subtle sound cues, which can help in their social interactions. Just a long list of benefits to music participation.
Excellent.
Yeah. And
so so you take this show to the schools. Is it just kind of straight, like here's opera, perform it, enjoy it, and then get out? Or how does it work?
Enjoy it, yeah, for sure. The kids love it. We send curricular materials first so that the music teachers can work with their students to prepare them for what they're going to see. A surprising number of kids, when we go into the schools and we ask them how many have ever seen an opera, they are familiar with the idea, but they haven't been to a live one. Many of them have never been to any kind of a live classical music concert. So in a sense, it's a one-shot deal, but we come back every 3 years for a new crop of 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, and we do questions at the end which show that the kids, in many cases, are charged up and ready to do more with music. They'll ask us, what does it take to learn to sing that loud and that high? Did you ever break a glass?
Have you? Does it happen?
Well, I wouldn't, because I play the piano, but we'll have to ask our soprano here.
Awesome. So you have a very interactive program.
We do.
And we are going to see some of that right now. So we're going to bring the performers out, and they're going to show us a bit of Opera the Great that they bring to the kids.
Right.
Excellent.
Right. Yeah.
So I'll get out of the way. Let's welcome the performers.
All right. So I'm going to introduce you to 3 different opera characters. First, we have our soprano. This is Alexis Balkowicz, who is playing our lovely Fräulein love interest. You have to have the ingenue. And then we have our mezzo-soprano, Christiane Ford, who is playing Guess Who? Carmen, the femme fatale. And Barbara Cholko is helping us out. She'll be singing a duet with Alexis later, but now she's going to help out in the chorus of what Carmen presents us with in just a moment. And she's obviously the diva. This is not a character in the show, but you got to have one. So Here's what this is the snippet of the show. In this part of the show, the soprano and her lover boy, the tenor, really want to get married, but there's something standing in their way. Opera has to have obstacles. And then on the scene comes Carmen. Now you'll notice that there's no man up here. None of our male performers could make it tonight, so I'm going to ask, just as we do in the school, for some help. I need a gentleman who would like to play the tenor. You don't have to sing. I see a really likely candidate right down there. Come on, Steve. Right. He's rolling up his sleeves. So what Steve is going to do is he is going to play the role of the young lover of Alexis here.
So now you know.
And he doesn't have to sing, but here's the scoop, Steve. There's going to be some hijinks. Thank you. And what's going to happen when you hear your cue line? All you have to do before that is stand up here and succumb to the charms of two different women. Okay? Sorry, Jean. But when you hear the line, "I guess we both win."
I guess we both win.
Right? When you hear that, then you're going to come up between these two ladies and say, "But who gets the tenor?" Okay? And until then, all you have to do is stand here and be handsome, and you can do it.
Who gets the tenor?
That's what you're going to say, and I'll cue you.
So I'm a bass.
Oh, dear. We might need somebody else. Come on. Come right up here.
Thank you.
Now, what's going to happen is that our Carmen is going to do a little performance for us, as she does in the show, and she'll tell you about it, and she might need your help too.
Now that we have our tenor, I think it would be fun to get the rest of you involved. So there's a really important part in the opera that you get to play, and that is the chorus. You see, all the operas, all the best ones, have a great chorus, and the chorus has a very important part. They explain to the audience what's happening in the opera, and also they explain to the characters on stage what to expect. Now, everybody knows that when Carmen is around, well, any fellows that are nearby, they might be afflicted with a broken heart. So the chorus has an important job. You have to warn them to watch out. And the way that you say it in French is like this. Prends garde à toi. All together. Prends garde à toi. Beautiful. And you sing it like this, maestra. Prends garde à toi. All together. Prends garde à toi. Beautiful. Wait for my cue like that, and then the show can go on. All right.
Thank you.
Are you moving in on my man?
Not at all. It's that melody, that rhythm. No man can resist.
Well, everyone knows that the highest soprano gets the tenor.
Is that so?
I challenge you to a duel.
If we must, regarde à toi.
I win.
Not so fast, Lady Gaga.
All right, I guess we both win.
Oh, yeah.
Who gets the tenor?
You can have him. I prefer the basso profundo myself. In fact, is there a basso out there?
All right.
You went the wrong way.
So thank you. We'll be back a little bit later, and I have to say that you guys were great kids.